Hello everyone and welcome to the Hockey Hub. So today we're going to be taking a look at the newly released Adidas Reverse Retro jerseys. Now instead of looking at every individual jersey, because that would take a while and most of you have probably already seen them, I'm just going to give you my opinion on what the 5 best and 5 worst jerseys are. Now before we get into this list, I don't have them ranked in any particular order, so I don't view one as the best or one as the worst. It's just 5 of the best, 5 of the worst. And obviously I might have some different opinions for you guys. This is just my opinions, so don't leave any hate in the comments. So starting off with one of the worst ones, I have the Detroit Red Wings. Now, there's not much to say about Detroit's jersey because there simply isn't much on Detroit's jersey. It's pretty much just a pure white jersey with some silver stripes and the Detroit Red Wings logo. Now, Detroit, in general, I feel their home and away jerseys are kind of basic to begin with, so it didn't come as much of a surprise to me that their reverse retro jersey wasn't that special as well. I know Detroit fans have been wanting to see something new and original, and unfortunately, that just isn't going to happen with these reverse retro jerseys. They look more like a practice jersey than anything else. Now moving on to one of the best, I have the Washington Capitals. Now this might be a controversial opinion, but I really like the Washington Capitals reverse retro jersey. They went back to the Screaming Eagle in their current colors, and to be honest, it looks fantastic. The colors blend so well, the striping along the sides goes together so well, and although that logo is massive, it's really nice. And to be honest, I think this might be my favorite Washington Capitals jersey that they currently have in an Adidas. I'm not a big fan of their home or away. I really like the way the Screaming Eagle looks, and if they wanted to, I think that they could use it as a full-time jersey. Now back to one of the worst ones, I have the Toronto Maple Leafs. Now, the base of Toronto's jersey isn't that bad, to be honest. I don't mind the gray or white striping they have along the sides of the jersey. My problem with the jersey comes in the logo. Not only is it a blue logo on a blue jersey, the logo itself is massive, and in my opinion, it's one of the Leafs' worst logos. It's so blocky and it just looks like a cookie cutter logo. The jersey would look so much better if they used their current logo or a different logo from their past. I really think that this is one of the sole exceptions of all the reverse retros where it would be a good jersey, except for that logo just completely undoes it all for me. And I know a lot of people feel the same way, and most of the criticism towards this brand new Toronto jersey is towards that new logo. I'm not a fan of it, a lot of people aren't a fan of it, and the jersey would actually be really nice if it was a different logo. But now, moving on to one of the jerseys I feel that are some of the best, I have the Edmonton Oilers. Now, Edmonton didn't change a lot, and I feel like that kind of works in their favor here. They just did what's basically an inverted away version of their older jerseys from a couple seasons ago. Instead of having blue on the shoulders, they have orange, and it looks really solid. There was rumors that they were going to invert their logo as well, and I'm glad they didn't go that route, because I think an orange Edmonton logo would look very weird on a white jersey. But considering that it's kind of a different take on their away jersey, it looks really nice, and it is a throwback to their old WHA jerseys. I really like how it looks. It's a sharp jersey and definitely one of the favorites, and one of the ones I might actually buy if I can get it at a discounted price, because these are going to be expensive when they come out. Now, moving on to one of the jerseys I feel that is the worst, I have the New York Islanders. Now, the Islanders jersey looks nice. That's not the problem. The problem is it looks the exact same as their normal home jersey, except for they might have changed some of the striping and it's a bit darker of a blue, but a lot of fans wouldn't even know if I had put a different, or if I put a picture of the regular Islanders jersey in, because they look that similar. If I was an Islanders fan, I wouldn't even purchase this jersey because I don't think that it's too much of a difference between their current home and their new retro. So it's just, they didn't change basically anything. It's by far the most bland as far as little differences. You know, it would have been one thing if they went with an orange jersey, and I know some Islanders fans may be afraid of that because some of the Islanders alternates haven't been that good over the course of history, but at least it would have been something different, something bold. And they didn't do anything bold or different here. It's practically the same jersey, which is why I have it as one of the 5 worst. Now moving on, I have the Carolina Hurricanes Hartford Whalers throwback jersey. Now, when Carolina did the Hartford Whalers jersey this past season, it looked fantastic. The green, the whale tail, all of it, it was just great. It was really nice to see the Whalers back on the ice again. It's a damn near perfect jersey. And now they're doing the away version of it, but they're doing it in a gray, the same way Toronto is using gray for the white places. You know, I guess they're looking at it as a vintage white. But it's just, overall, it's a very sharp jersey. They have the whale on the shoulders, all the striping and everything looks fantastic, and I think it's going to look even better on the ice. It's really cool to see them doing Whalers jerseys again, because I don't think that the Whalers are ever going to come back to the NHL. I think there's a chance Quebec could come back, and Colorado does have a Quebec jersey coming out. I don't have that one on this list, but I think it's different with Hartford, because not a chance Hartford comes back, so it's cool to see new jerseys of them being made again. Now, to the fourth worst jersey on this list, like the fourth one that I've listed, we have the Winnipeg Jets. Now, this is probably going to be a hot take. A lot of people really like this Winnipeg jersey, and I don't get why. To me, the gray makes the jersey so bland. Even if there was just a hint of red in there, it would look so much better. But there's no red at all, and the jersey just looks so bland. It looks like a weird photoshopped version of a throwback Winnipeg jersey. There's so many different directions Winnipeg could have gone with their throwbacks, and typically Winnipeg does have very nice jerseys. So to me, it's weird to see a Winnipeg jersey that I flat out say, wow, I really don't like this. Because most of the time, Winnipeg really hits the nail on the head with all their jerseys. This one, I think the colors are just way too muted. The gray is such a blob, and it just makes the whole jersey feel so just boring and, quite frankly, bland. So I'm really not a fan of the Winnipeg jersey. As far as the Canadian teams go, I would probably have it as the worst Canadian team jersey. But moving on to a Canadian team that I feel did really well with their reverse retro, and I have the Montreal Canadiens. Now, I think all of us saw this one coming. Montreal doing a blue jersey for the reverse retro. It just makes sense. And they did it in the perfect way. They didn't change anything up. They just inverted the colors, and it looks fantastic. Some traditional Montreal fans aren't a fan of it because they immediately think of the Rangers or they think of Toronto. But no, to me this just screams Montreal. The bleu, blanc, and rouge, the tricolor. So I think it looks fantastic. The red stripe with the white stripes on the side, it looks so good. It's such a sharp jersey, and one that I definitely have to have in my collection soon when these get released December 1st. I really love how the jersey looks. I really don't have any complaints about it. Obviously, Montreal couldn't necessarily change the style of their jersey, because even if they do a throwback, it still looks the same as their current color aside. But inverting the colors and making it blue, I think is a nice touch, and it fits in very well with the other two Montreal jerseys. And I don't think that it's heresy to have Montreal in a blue jersey. I feel like it honors the tradition while finally having something new for the Montreal Canadiens. But going on to the final team I have in the worst jerseys list, I have the Anaheim Ducks. Now, this decision baffles me. They took the worst jersey in their history and used it again. It's terrible. There's so many fun things you can do with Anaheim. The old, like, Mighty Ducks and everything, but they had to go with Wild Wing. That cartoon-looking thing where on the jersey, he's wearing their jersey. I don't get it at all. It's an ugly jersey. It's one that I definitely would never buy. Not that I am probably ever going to have an Anaheim jersey, but it's just so ugly. Like, I get some of these are ugly, but it's kind of like a good ugly. This is just, it hurts the eyes. It's so cartoony, it's so fake, and definitely should have been left in the 90s where it belongs. But the final team I have on the good side of things, I have the Los Angeles Kings. Now, the Los Angeles Kings jersey is absolutely perfect. It's 100% what they should have done. They took the beautiful styling of the old Wayne Gretzky jersey and mixed it with their very bright colors of the purple and yellow. But it looks so good. It's such a sharp jersey, honestly. The two styles blend together so well, and it makes for that perfect reverse retro. It's exactly you know, what we would expect with this type of things. Just one of their old retro jerseys, change up the colors. It looks so good, so sharp. I have no complaints about the jersey, and if I ever had to get an LA jersey, that would probably be the one. It stands out from all the other jerseys with the purple, aside from Arizona, but it has such a nice blend, and overall the jersey looks fantastic. It's definitely one of the best LA has ever made, in my opinion, and that's coming from a team that in general has really good jerseys. But having this throwback looks really nice, and I kind of hope they keep it around as a permanent alternate, or maybe even one day make it a home. But that does it for today's video. I thank you guys for watching to the end. I hope you leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Bye for now.